What's up everyone, it's Sinistry, and today we are going to discuss my gaming resolutions for 2023. Now, a lot of channels around this time of year might start making, their hopes and predictions for gaming in the next year, things like that, but I wanted to kind of challenge myself with some resolutions for this upcoming year. If you have any resolutions for 2023, whether they're gaming or not gaming related, definitely make sure to let me know down in the comments. But for now, let's just jump right in. Okay, so my first gaming resolution is pretty simple. I just want to finish 5 games in 2023. Now, that may not sound like a whole lot to people who are just obsessed with gaming. I mean, I'm obsessed with gaming, but I am a little bit notorious for never finishing games. Maybe it has to do with my short attention span or something like that, but I tend to play a lot of games that are like roguelites where they never really have like an actual ending, or maybe they're casual games. And the games that I do play, which actually do have an ending, I still tend to abandon before I actually finish it. So in a weird way, I have only completed maybe like 15 games in my whole life. So that's why this year I want to make sure I actually finish 5 more games. I have so many in my backlog that I've played a little bit, but I haven't totally completed, so this is my opportunity. And kind of moving into my next resolution, I plan to fully beat Pokémon Violet, which is the version that I have. This one, I don't really know if I'm going to count it toward the 5 games that I want to complete because I did start it in 2022, but I haven't gotten anywhere near beating it. I have only done the first few kinds of challenges, so to be honest, I'm going to be doing like 95% of the game in 2023. The reason why I'm not further in this game is because I really messed up my first playthrough because it's not so linear, and I ended up getting very frustrated and just restarting. So my plan is for 2023 to not do that again and to actually play the game the whole way through without any issues. Ideally, I would like to beat this early in the year so then I can play other games and like I will have this behind me and I'll be able to say I've beaten my second Pokemon game ever. Now, moving on from Pokemon, I also have a resolution this year for trying out new indie developers. I'm a really big fan of indie games. They actually tend to be my favorite games, and I get a lot out of them when I play them. I play them for dozens of hours, sometimes hundreds of hours, so I really would like to find some new indie devs that I can start to enjoy long term. Now, along with this resolution, I will say I'm kind of 50-50 on this, but I would like to back more Kickstarter projects for games as well. I know that that is a risk, and honestly, I've already backed 2 Kickstarter projects, one of them being the absolutely super fun game Backpack Hero, and the other one I'm not going to talk about yet because it hasn't come out and I haven't seen a lot about it, so I genuinely don't know if it's actually going to happen. So I'm kind of 50-50 on whether or not to do Kickstarter this year, but I will probably make videos if I do back any projects and then if they turn out to be really good. I guess we'll just have to wait and see if there are any projects that kind of catch my attention. But speaking of games that catch my attention, the games that don't catch my attention the most are RPGs. So one of my resolutions for 2023 is to find an RPG that I actually like. The reason why this is even a resolution for me is because RPG fans tend to be the loudest anywhere online from all of my years of being in gaming communities. Honestly, I'm just tired of not knowing what they enjoy because I have not ever experienced an RPG that I have 100% liked without some kind of like extra quality to get me to like it, like Pokemon. Everybody likes catching the cute Pokemon. That's honestly the main reason why I play. So I would really like to find an RPG I actually like for the RPG elements. If you think that you have an RPG that I would like, definitely leave it in the comments because I would like to know if there is one out there for me. Honestly, I don't know if I'm ever going to find an RPG that I truly love, so we're just gonna hope for the best this year. Okay, this one's a little bit more niche, but my next resolution is to beat Cook Serve Forever with the hardest difficulty foods. If you haven't played Cook Serve Delicious or any of the other games in the series, then you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But basically, Cook Serve Delicious is a game where you have to make food for, different customers, and you have to like type in the recipes, so it's very much just a typing game. It's also like one of my favorite series, and it's really fun and super addictive, and I like to challenge myself with it. Right now, I'm currently beating Cook Serve Delicious 3 with the hardest difficulty foods, so it's very frustrating, but I'm actually having a fun time with it. And Cook Serve Forever is coming out very soon. I'm so excited for it, so I definitely want to make sure to do it on like kind of the hardest settings, but you know, with all the like boosts and benefits that I can get to make it a little bit easier. If I really want to suffer, I will play it on the absolute hardest difficulty. Maybe I would do that one day as kind of like a challenge, but at this point in time, I'm just gonna try for the hardest difficulty foods. And to kind of wrap this one up, I definitely just want to say if you haven't played Cook Serve Delicious or any of those games, I would definitely recommend that you go watch some videos on it, maybe try it out. It's so fun and the music just slaps. Cook Serve Delicious 3 has like a really good plot and it's super funny and voice acted, and it's just such a good game. Plus, you can learn a lot about food from many different cultures, which I personally find to be very interesting. Okay, but enough about Cook Serve Delicious because this is not a Cook Serve Delicious video. Maybe I'll make that in the future, but we need to move on to the next resolution. So the next resolution is to make a very small game in Unity. There's a particular game that I've had in mind that I've wanted to build for such a long time, but I don't exactly have the experience to be able to put it together all on my own on the first try. So instead of just trying to brute force that, I would like to get some experience by putting together a very basic game in Unity. If I do manage to make a game, I'm absolutely going to make a video about it, so definitely stay tuned to see if I fulfill this resolution. Next up, we have actually two resolutions that kind of go hand in hand. The first is to post on a regular basis on this channel. First of all, I'm just gonna say I don't really know what a regular basis means. It could mean like once a week, it could mean once every other week, it could end up meaning once a month if I get super busy. Honestly, the last few months have been a little bit crazy and super busy for me. I've been really trying to figure out what kinds of things I need to do in the future in my life. I'm not really gonna get super into it, but I definitely have been missing making videos, and ultimately I just couldn't really bring myself to make any kind of content other than gaming content. I'm just so passionate about it, and I really like the kinds of videos that I made early on my channel, as well as a little bit here and there throughout my time on the channel. So that's kind of where part 2 of this resolution comes in. I'm not going to plan on niching down. Maybe that in and of itself is kind of a niche, you know, my kinds of commentary videos about different, you know, gaming topics, anything related to gaming. But honestly, I'm not going to go the route that I went where I had to do, you know, casual games, or I kind of tried to force myself to do Splatoon 3 content even though it never worked for me. There might be times where I make content on these different topics, but for the most part, I really just want to do commentary and talk about things that I've had in mind for a very long time. So hopefully, if you came around this channel for the casual game content specifically, or for Splatoon 3, or for anything else, maybe you'll still find some value in my other videos. I plan on making this channel as fun as possible, so I hope that you will continue to stick around and support me as I grow here. But anyway, that's pretty much everything I had to say about both those resolutions and my resolutions overall for gaming in 2023. Again, let me know if you have any gaming resolutions. I would really like to know if you're, you know, trying to beat a certain number of games or trying maybe a new genre, things like that. And also, if you do have any RPG recommendations, definitely let me know because I'm struggling over here. As always, make sure to like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. But with that being said, I will see you next time.